Hey everybody, how's it going? How's everybody doing today? We got some exciting people in the channel. Touche's here, Spartan. What's up, everybody? What's going on, guys? Hello, everyone. Thank you for being here today. Today is January 21st. It is 5 p.m. UTC, 9 a.m. PST, and 12 p.m. EST. My name is Game Dizzy the Grizzly. I am your new host here at the SandStorm, and I am very excited to be here with you folks. Today, we have a very amazing guest, Jon, the co-founder of STEPN, a Web3 move-to-earn running application with loads of gaming and activities. Welcome, Jon.
Hey, thank you, Game Dizzy. Glad to be here.
Glad to have you on board, man. So, Jon, let's get started real quick. Could you maybe start with a little bit of background on yourself and some background on the project?
Sure. So I got into crypto back in 2017, and by accident, actually, I was doing a side business on the internet selling watches, and then people asked me if I accept bitcoins. I said, of course, I accept bitcoins. And then I sort of get into the cryptos, and then it was crazy in the 2017 that the ICO, and we say, all right, we're gonna form a company, right,
Right.
investment firm, and just do primary market, and which we did. We form a company called Crypto SA, and we grow. Okay, we got through the crypto winter. This last year and this year has been, great for us. Up until August this year, I was actually talking to my neighbor. He's a game producer that
Oh, that's cool.
we or talk about Axie, and then we realized that we can do something together. He's in game, I'm in crypto. Naturally, we merge
Right.
our business together, and we have to step in.
Awesome, man. Awesome. And that's how. So the project started. You said 2017.
No. I got into crypto 2017.
Oh, you got
So
into crypto in 2017. Okay.
the project started about half a year ago on the August. So we talk about it in August 2020, and we actually started in September. So let's say about 4 months ago, 4.5 months ago. Yeah.
4 months ago, man. I mean, congrats to you guys, man. You
Thank
guys,
you.
I know a little bit about what you guys are doing because I'm personally invested, but our viewers here probably don't know about it much yet. So, but that's what we're here for today. So how big is the team right now, and what are you
The
guys
team
doing?
is about 34 people now. It's a fair size, and
Mm-hmm.
mainly because we merged our two business. I have about 5 people. My another co-founder Jerry has 9, plus a few people working in the front end. So in together we start with 18 people, and then we sort of merged with another artificial intelligence firm,
Mm-hmm.
providing the anti-cheating system. That's got 5, and then we'll have a few more. So yeah, roughly 34 people now.
Right, and we'll definitely get into that a little bit later on here in the show. And how many current users do you have actively right now? I know you guys have a very good community. I'm actually in the Discord myself.
Yes. So as of 3 days ago, we hit 1,500 daily active users.
Wow,
So with
nice.
1,500 daily active users, you're looking at roughly about 8,000 total users, roughly, and
Wow. Okay.
that's roughly 28 days into the private, sorry, the open beta. So less than a month.
Nice, man, nice. I mean, you guys are doing some phenomenal. Just for the new viewers that are coming here and that know, we have Step in here. It's a move to earn running application with loads of gaming. We have our guest here, Jan, and we're just covering some of the details of his topics. And you mentioned a little bit about the anti-cheating mechanism. Could you briefly mention about the mechanics and the mechanics on how that works, and how does it
Okay.
track the accuracy, if that's okay with you?
Yep. So the anti-cheating will come into 2 phases, and now rolling on to phase 1, and it composes 3 parts. One is we will use the mobile sensor to detect if you are actually moving. So if you are riding an e-bike or like an e-scooter or riding a car, sorry, driving your car,
Hmm.
even put your phone on the dock, which people basically tweet a lot under my official Twitter,
Right.
say, oh, I just strapped this on my dog, and then here we go, we earn money. So
Right. Just leave
that
your
doesn't
cat
work.
on there.
Yeah, it doesn't work in that way. Mainly because the human movement and dog movement is different, so it's easy for us to detect if it's a four leg or 2 leg moving. So
Right.
that's one thing. And the second thing is that we use GPS to track. So which is the reason that STEPN is a outdoor app only, so you can only run outdoors to earn token. You
Right.
cannot do it on the treadmill. So because we will actually calculate with the distance you travel, well, that align with the motion sensors that on your mobile. So
Right.
that's
Right.
the two verification or authentication we have to do. Then if for people, let's say, want to hack into us or exploit the system, there's other means, for example, GPS spoofer, or
Mm-hmm.
like use a Android emulator to run the app on the computer and then do the data feeding. We have another layer of the machine learnings and data feedings, basically to detect if your data is a recurring data. So in
Right.
the eye of machine learning, even you can tamper the data a little bit, you still
Mm-hmm.
have the same pattern. It's a predictable pattern. So it's easy for the machine learning to pick it up and say, all right, this
Right.
is a fake data. And of course, so the GPS the machine learning has to be feed. So it rely on a lot of data. So we still train the system. So it's still under the training. So we are pretty confident that we will roll out very comprehensive AI and machine learning anti-cheating in the 6 months time. Currently, we're gonna have 3 small phases with the machine learning. So we're currently on phase 1. So it is functional, but it's not like 100%.
Right.
It's about
Right. I mean, of course.
99%. Yeah. So we're gonna get to the 99.99% of anti-cheating. Yeah.
Nice, nice, man. Yeah, I mean, I'm totally stoked about this project. Like I said, I'm personally invested in this. My wife personally has bought Wind shoes, and she goes out for running, and she's already started making some GST, and we're really excited about the project and where it's going to go. But we did have a little bit of issue with picking our shoes and whatnot. Maybe we can talk about the different types of shoes that people can buy from the marketplace and where they can buy these shoes and what's the difference between these shoes.
Sure, sure. So before we designed the mechanics, we actually studied heavily on Axie Infinity and also heavily on the reason that Axie Infinity didn't do well in the later stage, where there's not a lot of use cases of their SLP tokens. So that's the reason we developed like several sort of use cases. Like for one, level ups. So people have to burn token to level up. And
Right.
second is there's like a gem socket on the sneaker, and
Mm-hmm.
you will need to spend the burned game token to level up your gems, and
Right.
also insert that gem into the sneaker, and then to boost the performance of the sneaker.
All right. And you
And
mean the gems as in the points that you get when you level up, correct? Or
the
is that
gem
something separate?
the gem is by chance drop while you run.
Oh,
So
okay.
the longer you run, the higher the chance you get the gem drop. It's also related to the luck value. And
Oh.
yeah, we have 4 different attributes. Sneaker, every level you level up, you will get 4 points you can add to the sneaker. So basically, you can customize the sneaker to your own sort of fit your own use scenario. For example, if you only gonna use the sneaker yourself, you're gonna add, say, a lot of maybe to the efficiency, which basically to increase the token you earn per step.
Mm-hmm.
If you're gonna participate in the marathon, which we're gonna introduce in the later stage,
Oh, wow.
because it's a lengthy one. That's because we have the durability to have the repair sinkers.
Mm-hmm.
Adding points to the durability will reduce the sneaker worn out. And this is especially useful in the marathon scenario because if you run for say 20K, you're probably
Right.
going to wear down your sneaker 100%, meaning that you will not be
Mm-hmm.
able to earn any token or any point. So it's a bit of a strategy thing that people have to find their own sort of niche almost, or their way of adding different point.
Right. Right.
So that's a gamified bit. So we create many scenarios for people to use their game tokens, and so that they will not dump on the secondary market. So that's the purpose
All right.
of we design the sneakers.
And you
And
guys
Yeah,
Sorry
go
to cut
ahead.
you off. And you guys have a both a there's a secondary market and there's also in-app market, correct? You would have to install the
Yes.
app. Could
So
you
we
mention a little
really
about those?
yes. So the secondary market on Magic Eden is like a placeholder because we roll out the app without the marketplace in the beginning, and we just recently added the marketplace last week where people can now buy sneakers in the app, which is actually much convenient because if you use a desktop like a browser marketplace, you have to transfer to their Phantom wallet, then send it to the game address or the game address.
Right.
So, but instead of you buying from the marketplace, you pretty much buy it and be ready to use right away. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Our viewers are seeing something in here is that in-app marketplace you can buy, obviously move to earn, and then you can also rent to move to earn. And I know the renting feature is not out. Is that coming out anytime soon?
The rental system, it is actually a fairly complex system to build because you almost like you are actually building a automated matching algorithm. You're actually matching the renter with the leaser. So also there's certain level of customizations you have to say. People have to be able to select a group of people to lease the sneaker to. This is the reason that we have the a credit system built in, and credit system linked with how are you actually use the sneaker after you rent it, because
Mm-hmm.
the last thing we want is people rent a sneaker and never use it, right? So and
Right.
that actually become a cost to the sneaker owners. So
Right.
we build a credit system, and we have to utilize that with the rental system. So it's actually two system built on top of the marketplace system. So it's a little bit complex. So it's gonna take with over 20 developers, that gonna
Wow.
take about a month and a half.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
yes, it's gonna take a bit of time.
Yeah, yeah. And there's different levels, right? There's a walking shoe, and I believe this one on the screen is a it's a jogger shoe, I think.
Yep.
And
Uh,
these are different for the pace that you're walking. Like you want to get a walker if you want to do like a simple walking exercise, and jogger if you want to do something in the middle. Is that how it works?
Yeah, so we really want to be a app because when we first designed it, there was no walking app. It's all running app, right? So it's designed for people that run daily, and
Mm-hmm.
so we want to do something that more inclusive. We want to do like an app that even people maybe not cannot run for a long time, like me, I can't run for a long time, can still
Right.
enjoy the app. So we have a walker designed for walking between the speed of 1 to 5 kilometers per hour, a jogger, slow pace jogging or like fast pace walking, sort of
Mm-hmm.
intermediary between the run and walk, and then the runner. And also we have a
Mm-hmm.
trainer, which is a sort of all around, like all terrain sort of sneaker that doesn't matter, disregard the speed. You can earn
Right.
token
Right.
100% because the thing with the walker, jogger, and runner is you can only make token, or you can only make 100% of the token
Mm-hmm.
within the range of the speed. If you fall below or above the optimal speed, you actually only earn half. So if you, let's say, run with a walker, you earn half of what you're supposed to earn.
Right. And we actually have a question that I was also going to ask. Do we see any type of feature with the app that might be in wheelchairs or handicap?
The handicap, because we have implement, as I said, with the motion sensor implementations that you cannot cheat with riding a scooter.
Mm-hmm.
Effectively, the wheelchair will contribute like a bike or scooter
Mm-hmm.
because when people run, actually people move up and down. So that's how we detect if you are running or not, right? And the only way we can include people that is handicapped is we will run through a local like a disability organization, right? So people have to get a sort of a special certificate or like a blockchain certificate or
Mm-hmm.
credentials that
Right.
that can turn off, right? Can turn off the motion sensing anti-cheating mechanism.
Right.
And this will be the same system we use when we're taking the on-chain marathon, which is like a leaderboard or PvP functions we're going to introduce. So So the feature for onboarding people with a disability probably gonna come with the PvP, because
Got it.
if we're gonna run like a 5 kilometer or 10 kilometer weekly challenge, which is
Hmm.
not too hard for people. But when we actually talk about something really serious, like 21 kilometers or 42 kilometers marathon, we have to run this through a actual marathon event, which you're gonna have paramedics attend so that people don't faint or people don't injure themselves.
Hmm.
And that has to go through a registration procedure. So that's gonna be the same procedure that we're onboarding the people with disabilities. Yeah, so
Right.
that's gonna be like
Right.
later this year.
Right. Right. And then in terms of people, if they were interested in buying them right now, would it be easier to buy on the open marketplace, or is it easier on the app?
It
And if
actually
so, which shoe do you think they should, you know, start as a
uh,
beginner?
the we probably have the best onboarding procedure, even though we haven't optimized it, because now, because we build a whole vertical on the mobile, and there's no project as to our information have done the same thing. So we build an in-app wallet, Solana wallet. We build an in-app swap. We also build an in-app marketplace. So in a traditional GameFi or a D-app scenario, people gonna use a Magic Eden for the NFT marketplace. They're gonna play the Move to Earn or whatever play to earn on the
Hmm.
desktop browser, and then use the Phantom wallet. But we have to integrate them all into one. We build pretty much 3 separate projects packed into one app. So people can use their mobile, say, exchange app like FTX or Binance. They transfer Solana from the exchange wallet to our wallet, and then they can buy their sneaker in the marketplace, move to earn, and then when they cash out, we have a built-in swap where they can swap it into USDC or Solana. They can swap our game
Nice.
token right away in the app and then transfer it
Nice.
away. So after we implement the fiat on off ramps, and what we picture is that people go out for a run in the morning, they can buy breakfast after with their mobile.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's
Nice.
that's that's what we picture in the future gonna happen.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really excited about this. Like I said, I mentioned it earlier. We've already invested in one, and personally invested. My wife, she goes out and she bought the runner shoes, and I think she made like 15 GST today, and I think you guys have like a 2x
Yeah,
GST this week, kind of like a promotion, right?
yeah.
So yeah, so it's such an amazing app. I actually think you guys did a great job. So I love that portion of the app. And in terms of collaborations, are you guys working on any collaborations that you can announce right now?
Not at the moment, but we are working with 3 sneaker brand now. They are
Mhm.
pretty eager to get on board. So yeah, we're talking
Ooh,
to them. It's more than talk. So we're actually now moving to the process of partnerships, but we're gonna wait until we have the official announcement.
nice.
Um, yeah, so it will be good because sneaker brand will have their presence on the Web3, and we can see Adidas, Nike, all the big brand are now moving to this,
Yeah,
and we actually have a very strong use case for the sneaker brand, because they, at best, they can do is to have a PFP, right, to sell on the OpenSea or other places, but
right.
their sneaker or their PFP will actually have a use in our app, which is moving, right? So it's a strong correlation. Let's say Adidas partner with Bored Apes. There's not
Mhm.
really much connections with a Bored Ape with Adidas sneakers,
Correct.
right? So, but when they partner with us, for example, it's a very strong tie. We can do a lot of things together. Either say selling like sneaker skin in the app, or we have different like sponsor events. So there's so many things we can do when we're onboarding sneaker brand.
Right, right. Oh, that sounds very exciting, man. I'm like I said, I'm very excited about it. And what other NFT projects do you think not inspired you to create this project, but what other NFT projects do you inspire to, or you enjoy in the
Um,
marketplace right now?
at the moment, so I'm not a huge NFT collector. So with my sort of history, when you first know about the crypto in ICO age, I'm sort of always on this like primary market, secondary market sort of
Hmm.
trading or liquidity mining sort of thing. And I personally only bought like very like micro capped NFT,
Hmm.
cat avatar. I'm sort of cat person, so I, I bought like
And
a
then
cat
is there
avatars.
like projects that maybe you're not invested, but you think are like, oh, this is actually pretty cool,
Um,
or the types of
is
projects you like?
I think now the NFT is on another wave of revolution. I think the Bored Ape is a good example. Is with their like mutant serums. I think it's a great. It is a. I think it's a good path for people to or even for the NFT project to explore is to create like a brand or like and then you
Hmm.
expand that brand, right? So now you can have like a muted ape. It add some game flavors to have different items. So the NFT should never be just an avatar or like a PFP.
Right,
It should have some sort of functionalities.
right, of
With
course.
us, we're trying to give functionalities to the Sync NFT, so it's no longer just a JPEG, right?
Hmm.
You're gonna do things with it.
Right. And what other kind of utilities are behind the STEPN project, or are you thinking about that viewers should be looking forward to, other
Um,
than earning from moving?
the move to earn is a simple mechanic. It is the mechanic that will get people to understand the project.
Hmm.
Like I cannot do like a pitch to them, say, okay, this is what we're gonna do, this is what we're gonna be the future. It's gonna take too long time. So I'll tell you, move to earn, you understand this. Derivative
Right,
from derivative from like a play to earn, move to earn
right,
token. So it's
right,
very easy to understand. But in the future, we want to be more than just a move to earn. So that's the reason we pivot. So we win this Solana Hackathon gaming track October last year of the
no,
Ignition
nice.
Hackathon, and at that time we were under the gaming track. At that time we wanted to be a game, but about 4 months after we start the project, we actually want to pivot. We want to pivot away from GameFi because
Right.
GameFi always have like a pretty short lifespan. But if we become a Web3 running app, which is what
Right.
we branded now, people are gonna use like Nike Run Club or Strava for many many years, and the user will actually stick with you. The longer they use, they will be harder to switch to another app, similar app, because we also going to implement the achievement system with NFT achievement. So
Hmm.
when we talk about STEPN, we are talk about a platform, eventually going to be a social plus fitness platform on Web3, and
Nice.
that's what we want it to be. And you will talk about a whole repertoire of NFTs. We have the Jam NFT, which is also the
Hmm.
same as a sticker. We're gonna have achievement NFT,
Hmm.
and also in the next few patch, we're gonna introduce something interesting. I haven't seen anyone doing that. We're gonna introduce the more of a factory setting. So
Right.
in the factory you can so if you play the app now, you understand that when you do the sticker minting, right, you can see that's a
Hmm.
little two gearbox. You put two stickers together, you mint a new sticker.
Oh yeah,
And
could you mention a little bit about that? As that was actually one of my questions. Like
oh sure.
how like we have one shoe, right? And I think we're at level 3, right?
Mhm.
How does minting work? Does it like do I buy a second shoe and then upgrade that to level 5 or get a level 5? Could you mention a
Yep.
little about on the full scope of that so your users know like there is a like almost like a breeding process in
Yeah,
the project?
because we think it's silly to call sticker breeding because
Right,
they have no
right,
life, right? So I have to come
right.
up. Minting is just another way of saying breeding without being stupid. Look at it, right. So you need to have the two pair of stickers, and you have to level up to level 5 because you have to have certain, because the last thing we want to have a lot of people like Axie, just buy tons of Axie and then starting to breed and then sell. And we want to have some sort of level of entry or barriers. So you have to get to level 5, and you put them together. You burn 200 GST, and then you have a sticker box. The
Hmm.
sticker box will contain um, a random uh, type and also random attribute sticker. and you open that sneaker box, you have a pair of sneakers. And what you get, it depends on the vintage, which is the parent sneaker. Different
Mm-hmm.
type or have different type drop rate, all written in the white paper. You can have a look.
Right.
So effectively, you buy another pair, and you save up, let's say 200 GST just by running or walking every day. Then you have your third
Mm-hmm.
pair. So
Right.
once you have the third pair, you'll have full energy, which means you will have 20 minutes of move to earn time on daily basis instead of the
Mm-hmm.
10. So and then you can then expand your so the more sneaker you will have more energies. The more energy you
Mm-hmm.
have, you move to earn
Right.
more basically. So that's sort of the logic path.
Right, right. And we have a couple questions from the chat real quick. I see a lot of familiar names, so everybody, thank you for coming in today. Will be one of the question comes from Elon Bezos 69 says, will we be able to use STEPN on a treadmill in the future, or is it completely impossible? I know you covered this a
Uh,
little bit.
Yeah, it is completely impossible because
Yeah.
GPS is one important part to verify if it is the genuine person running. If we disable GPS, people can use, this pendulum thing that you buy from eBay, like $15, and then like a step counter, right?
Mm-hmm.
People can cheat just by buying this $15 step counter and then put on the desktop and
Right, right.
yeah,
Maybe you
starting to
guys
move
can come
around.
up with a brand new treadmill for STEPN that you can.
Yeah. So we've seen tragic stories of software companies going to the hardwares and then fail spectacularly. So
Yeah,
not going to
hardware
go that fast.
hardware is very difficult. I
Yeah.
know. All right, cool. So, what is the? Is there any other like move to earn projects out there right now that you're competing with, or are you guys kind of the only one?
So we have the sort of the Genesis move to earn project, Sweatcoin. So Sweatcoin I think started about 2019, and I think they recently get into the crypto market. But I haven't seen their new product, so cannot comment on that. But
Okay.
definitely, I think Sweatcoin is also moving to the blockchain. And
Mm-hmm.
also we have a Genopad, which is another contestant with us during the
Mm-hmm.
Solana hackathon.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and we again, back in October last year, we both GameFi moved on, so it's like direct competitions. But now we're actually moving away from GameFi,
Right.
so that we have a longevity of the project
Right.
for
And you
people to
guys are
use
more
in years.
fitness based, whereas they're more GameFi, right?
Yeah, so
Um.
they do have so they are more like a Pokemon Go sort of type. You have little
Right.
monster, still like Axie that
Mm-hmm.
is like a spirit animal thing.
Mm-hmm.
For us, we use the most relevant thing you're gonna use when you do the
Mm-hmm.
running, which is a sticker. So it's different approach. It's different approach.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they have their beta coming up. I think was 2 days ago. They supposed to have the
Mm-hmm.
beta out. Yeah, the closed beta. Yeah.
Nice, nice. Okay. And are there any plans to partnership for Sandbox? Like, are we gonna get some cool voxel sneakers for holders or anything like that you guys are planning?
So yeah, so if we make this recurring thing that we do sneaker airdrops to like AMA audience, we have the policy that 100 attendant we have one sneaker airdrops. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
definitely, if we can hit 100 user today or the audience today, we're gonna do one sneaker drop, and
Mm-hmm.
up to three. So yeah,
Nice, nice. Okay, so I'm very excited about that because I'm a big Sandbox fan. So,
yes.
um, alrighty, cool. So, and I know you guys were recently. I don't know if it's a recent investment that you guys got. If those who know that's in the viewers right now, um, Sequoia Capital is a very big firm, and any project that's kind of behind Sequoia usually succeeds and goes very far. And I know you guys were recently had kind of a investment with them, correct? Or
Yeah.
you guys had a raise around with them. Could you describe a little about that and the
Yeah.
kind of the power that you guys have behind you guys now?
Yeah, of course. We actually closed the fundraise 2 months ago, but we haven't announced it. Mainly we just got too busy building the product. And yeah, Sequoia is one of the big backers of us, along with another few Web3 investors, firms,
Mm-hmm.
and they. So I think the reason we wanted to do investment is mainly for resources we don't have, rather than just go after the money.
Mm-hmm.
So we are really conservative on how much we have raised and on the percentage as well. And we only did about 16% on the private sale,
Mm-hmm.
and we only did one round. We didn't do any private round,
Mm-hmm.
so mainly because we are aiming for exchange IEO or IDO
Right.
next month. That's what we plan.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no point of having another round. So yeah, we did that round. So this announcement is mainly for the warm up for the exchange. Um,
Right.
we are now talking to a few exchanges,
Wow.
and we're gonna have the timeline. Then we make that announcement.
Right. And a quick announcement from me, guys. So we're gonna have a little bit of after party to celebrate stepping over at my channel. Just so you guys know, we're gonna do a few giveaways, and in the honor of having stepping over here. And let's see if we have a couple of questions from the chat. See if anybody has a question or so. But yeah, make sure you guys tune into that. And Yon, I know winter is here, and I'm a bear, and you see that little big belly, right? Maybe
Yeah,
we can
yeah.
hook a brother up with some steppers, right? Steppins.
Yes, 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 definitely, yes. Um,
But,
yeah, I actually have talking to a few guys from the Canada, and they say Sub Zero and so difficult for them to run actually outdoors. As
yeah, no. I can see definitely, like, for someone like me personally, it's kind of like having like a gym membership. Like when you pay for the gym membership, you kind of have to go, right? So that's how I kind of see it personally. So I'm very excited about it, and you know, it's a very nice project. So congratulations to you guys, and I love it.
thank you.
Um, see if there's anybody have any questions from the audience. We have a few. If I don't want to exercise for more than 10 minutes, is there no point for leveling up? This is a good question. Thank you, Elon.
Um, the thing with level up is you can only earn 5 tokens with a level 0 sneaker, right? So
Mm-hmm.
level 2, the level 1, your earning cap increase as your level goes up, and
Mm-hmm.
you get attribute point as you level up. So I think the point is when we design the rental system, actually we design for people don't want to exercise, and so we actually develop like a several pathway to success. So you can be really athletic and just run for 2 hours every day. You
Right.
can, but you don't have money. That's okay. You can run a sneaker, right? So you can just run for somebody, right? So that's sort of the setting we're looking at. Is if you don't want to exercise, buy a sneaker. That's okay. Once the
Mm-hmm.
rental system is on, just rent to somebody that wanting to exercise and happen to have a sneaker or can't afford a sneaker, right? So everybody wins, and
Right.
and then
Right.
you
Right.
you, you split the income.
All right. Yeah, definitely. That's something like I would do. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we got another question from the Cluza. It says, for someone that runs 20 to 30 miles a week, what shoe should I buy, and what are the potential returns?
So again, this is more like a revolving thing. One, if you can run, you're definitely gonna get a runner because runner earns the most out of the 4 types of sneakers.
Mm-hmm.
And but people have to realize that to have just one pair of sneaker, they can only do 10 minutes of move to earn per day. And if it doesn't matter how long you have run, you can run for like 20 miles a day, but you can only have that 10 minutes window to move to earn. Otherwise, you know, either the token will worth nothing, or we're gonna pay a lot of money, right, to the people.
Right.
And so the way that you increase your energy, which each energy equals 5 minutes of running or walking time, is you're gonna add up your sneaker inventories. You're gonna have like a 3 pair of sneakers. You can have 20 minutes of move to earn. 9
Mm-hmm.
pair of sneakers, you can have 45 minutes, and so on and so forth, up to 2 hours a day, which is you have to have 30 pair of sneakers in order to
Mm-hmm.
move to earn 2 hours. So it's gonna be a certain prior investment
Right.
before you can earn, a lot of money. So I have 15 pair of sneakers, and I'm sitting at about $350 a day.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice, man. And you're basically saying for like 20, 30 minutes you need at least like I would say 3 pairs of shoes, correct?
Yes, 3 pairs, 3 pairs.
Okay, so because each one gives like 10 minutes, so you would have to switch the shoe in the app, stop
Mm,
and switch the shoe, right?
Not necessarily, because you will have your primary sneaker, which is the sneaker you use on daily basis,
Mm-hmm.
unless you want to change your speed. You probably want to
Oh,
switch
so they
sneakers. Yeah.
so the that's actually a very good point. So you don't have to change your sneakers if you don't
No, no,
want
no.
to. You'll just have the energy of all three, correct?
Yes, yes, yes. So the other
Oh,
sneaker
that's
become like
awesome.
a feeding to the energy instead of you just use it. So you can just buy
Got it,
like the
got
floor
it.
price. Yeah.
Yeah, we got some folks in here. K Train 503 says
Oh,
I've been
thank
with
you.
STEPN since October and it's amazing.
Glad you
Yeah,
like it.
what yeah, I love it too. I think it's a great project. Does start and stop affect the GST I earn? That's another question from the groups.
You have to start the running in order to earn GSTs. So people
I
have
think
to
what they
actually
mean is
press that
like
step.
if they start, they run, and then they pause it, maybe.
Okay, so um, that's one actually algorithm we have to build ourselves. Is we actually smooth over. So because we understand that for people that are running in the city, for example, they have like a green light, red light, they have to stop or they have to
Mm-hmm.
give away. So they have to stop sometime. So if we do immediate recognize, say, okay, the GPS stopped, they stop earning. I don't think that's fair, because
Right.
so we actually smooth over the what we how we do the algorithm is if you run and then you stop, then your speed will gradually reduce, and also your earning
Mm-hmm.
will gradually reduce.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say for 5 seconds, and if you start moving
Right.
again, it will not affect you,
Right.
because you're gonna take some traction uh, to in the green zone again, because to get, let's say if you do running, right? So
Mm-hmm.
if you move, stop, and if you recognize that move and stop right away, you probably earn nothing for that entire
Right.
running sections, right? So I don't think
Right.
that's fair. So we have some smooth over effect between
Right.
your stops. Yeah.
Right. Right. Yeah, definitely. So the I guess the recommendation here is if your endurance isn't there, don't get a runner. And get maybe like a walker or a trainer, correct?
Yeah, printer is actually very expensive now. It's like a 15 soul floor price.
Oh wow.
Yeah, get a worker, I think would be most recommended. But again, most people will buy the worker. So I checked yesterday, it's not much worker on the market. So
Mm-hmm. So
work
they're
and
all
job
bought
will be
out.
working fine. Yeah, yeah.
And who's doing this art, man? This is pretty interesting art. Is this kind of like other NFT projects where it's generated or is this manually made?
We, if people follow us from say when we're doing the hackathon, you'll see that our hackathon sneaker design is vastly different from what the design now, because
Mm-hmm.
this design is automatic generated by the smart contract. So
Mm-hmm.
we used to have some hand drawn, very realistic sneakers, but the problem with that is you cannot scale. Um, I cannot have like a ton of artists, drawing at the background and, you know,
Right.
submit
And
it to
these
the.
are one of ones, I assume, right? They are one of ones.
Uh, yes. Some of the sneaker will share the same design but different color patterns.
Different colors.
So
Okay.
yeah, we have to be able to automatic generate like thousands of them,
Mm-hmm.
and so that people can. So when people actually mint sneakers, right, the
Mm-hmm.
backend have to be able to generate this look.
Right.
So it has to be all automatic. You cannot rely on. It's not like a art pieces that you draw one piece and then it's like limited edition, like
Of
3,333
course.
available sort of thing.
Hmm.
This is impossible in our app. We are aiming to scale to over 100 million people. It has to
Hmm.
be automatic.
Of course. Of course. And we see some little capsules on screen right now. Could you mention what they are? Are they?
So
Yeah.
yeah, that's the sneaker box. So I think we wanted to add a bit of the gambling sort of feature. So people will mint sneaker, and sneaker will be in. They will not mint new sneaker. They will mint a sneaker box, and sneaker box will contain a sneaker of
Hmm.
a random attribute, a random quality. And for example, we have 5 different qualities, and the green quality is the second on the tier. And
Hmm.
in a green sneaker box, you have 20% of chance you will receive inferior quality, which is a gray look sneaker. And you
Hmm.
have 70% to have a green, then you have
Hmm.
20% have a blue, which is a higher quality. So you add a bit of the like a mystery box, right? You get a bit of risk that if you buy a sneaker box, right, you don't know what's containing in there. You could be a runner, or you could be a
Hmm.
walker, and then you get the sneaker you don't want. You maybe you cannot run, but you get a runner, right? It doesn't matter
Right.
if you get
Right.
a like high quality one. You have to sell it on the market and get something you want, or you can use
Hmm.
actually. So yeah, so it's a mystery box. So people want to try their luck. They can buy a sneaker box and try themselves.
And what's your kind of favorite sneaker out of all of them?
I use trainer, so I want to mix a bit of the running and jogging and walking, because I have a little bit of heart condition, so I can only run for certain
Hmm.
minutes. So so mostly I'll just do walking. Let's say I do an hour, I'll do about 45 minutes of walking and do 15 minutes of jogging or running.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Nice. All right, man. Very exciting. Are you? It says somebody gives a. Is there any? Do you guys do giveaways anywhere on Twitter or anywhere? And
Um,
yeah.
yeah, we have the Twitter AMA. We will have 3 AMA per week, and then
Hmm.
it's basically a quiz session, and people will invite people on stage to answer a few questions, and if they
Hmm.
get them correct, we'll give them a sticker.
Oh,
And we
very
have
cool.
that. Yeah, so we used to run that on Discord, but when people spamming the button, and the Discord crashed, so they have to move it to the Twitter. So yeah.
Silly people.
And on Discord, we are now running a Squid Game thing. So
A
it's
Squid
another
Game.
yeah, Squid
Ooh.
Game. So we just rolled it out. So it's
Nice.
like
Nice.
a yeah, it's like the Squid Game, right? People compete for the grand prize, which is the green sneaker. So
I would personally be very interested in that. Let me tell my wife about that one.
yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
and in terms of the, I know we mentioned this a little bit. Like you mentioned that you run in the city. Is it different running from like an open area versus like in between houses? And what's kind of, is there issues with that if people are going to run in the city?
Yes. So we have encountered a lot of technical difficulties, and the GPS is one of them. So with the civilian GPS, we talk about a outdoor accuracy of 3 meters apart, and this is actually, and also we have GPS degrade, GPS bouncing, and the GPS drifting. So GPS bouncing is one issue that people face when they run in the city. Let's
Mm-hmm.
say if they run between the buildings, the GPS signal actually bounce. And if you use your GPS or even Google Map,
Mm-hmm.
when you walk in the city, you will see that your location will drift around or not being
Mm-hmm.
accurate, and that's caused by the GPS drifting and the GPS bouncing. So we are constantly optimizing that. But again, this is a issue that Strava even having the same issue. Fitbit,
Mm-hmm.
all the running app have the same, or even hardwares, or even
Yeah, it's
Google
just the
Maps.
technical channel, I guess,
Is
right?
a
It's
check
all the hardware.
is a technical challenge, so we can only optimize that from the earning bit, so that ensure
Right.
people will have the fair earning.
Mm-hmm.
providing that we can prove they are actually running in the city. So yeah, so
And
for
then
running the city, yeah, they can see their GPS doing some zigzags, but
mhm,
that's just a GPS. They will not affect
right,
their earnings. Yeah.
right. Okay, so it's better to just maybe find a park to do it at, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh, all right, cool. And in terms of price, could you explain a little about the what's the floor price right now? And I see people asking about price. What's the what are they worth and how much they need to invest to get in here? And then yeah, and then do you expect the prices to maybe go down?
You mean the sneaker price, right? So
Correct, correct.
the sneaker price has been pretty stable at 5 SOL for a very long time. So I think it's more on the demand supply side. So as so the investor announcement basically is a kickoff. We will start doing marketings, and we expect that we have more people onboarding. So not trying to speculate on the price, but
Hmm.
I think it's pretty high demand at the moment. So I don't
Hmm.
see the price of the sneaker drop
So the more
very
users you
soon.
get,
Yeah.
your prices will probably even rise more. You're saying?
Um, I will actually want the price stay at the current range, because let's say if the price go up to say 7 or 10 souls, it's
Hmm.
gonna into we are having resistance because people say, "Oh, I can't afford it," right?
Right.
So log in through the Google Home app. Oh, sorry. And um, I think because we are now doing the double earning week, so that's one of the way we trying to curb the high floor price. Before
Hmm.
the double earning, the floor price was like 6.8 souls.
I see.
But because people are earning more of the GST token, they can actually mint new sneakers and sell it on the secondary
Right.
market. So and
Right.
that effectively bring the price down to 5 souls.
Right. There
And
is an
yeah,
investment in there, and they could make the way I calculated, you basically make your money back in about a month with the first sneaker, and
yeah,
you can get the second sneaker and then mint it with the GSTs, and you definitely make your money back either way.
yeah.
And 5 sols around I think 600 plus something dollars, right? Right now that's kind of the
Yeah,
floor.
so Solana price dropped to 125, I think. So yeah,
Yeah.
so yeah,
Because I
that
know
can
I know
keep.
when we bought it was a little bit more higher. So if
Yeah,
you guys are interested, definitely this is your chance. While Solana is down, definitely get in on that project.
yeah, people,
Let's
yeah.
see. Yeah, any comments on that?
Oh no, no, I'm just saying that
Okay.
there was a bit of grief on Solana networks because it's constantly went down recently. Because somebody, I think some people are exploiting on the free transactions fee.
Hmm. Hmm.
But I've heard that Solana gonna address that in the next 1 or 2 weeks, because
Hmm.
we also have this issue when people using the swap in the app self function, and then we check
Hmm.
is Solana congested again for the past few days. So the user experience got a little bit interfered over there. Um, but hopefully Solana can solve this issue, yeah, down the track.
Yeah, awesome, man. Is there anything you want to add before we get ready to close off here?
I think it's, so Rad. I think today I just did a Twitter, so I think it's not a move to earn app. It's a move and earn app. So really
Uh huh.
want people to actively participate, say fitness outdoors, and especially the COVID. Gyms in Australia, gym are all closed, and you can only exercise in parks, right? So just be active outdoors, and earning is good, but it's never
Right.
it's along the way. It's not, it's
Right.
it could be good to incentivize people to get into regular exercise, but I think it never should be the main driven
Yeah. Right.
force for people. So
Right.
yeah, I
Right.
think
Right.
a move and earn, I think is what we want to do in the future instead
And I
of move
think you
to earn.
guys
Yeah.
also do some stuff with like carbon footprint or something. Before we close off, I just want to maybe
Yes.
wrap that up too. Maybe that's
Oh,
something we probably skipped over.
yes. We also want to do a bit of the social experiment. I think carbon offsetting is very good thing, because one is hyped, and the second is last year the Australian bushfire emitted about, I think, 800 million tons of carbon to the atmosphere. So I want to do something out there. So we are partnered with Nori, which is a carbon removal credit providers, and we will let our governance token holder to vote how the game distribute its profit. So the game can distribute up to 90% of its profit to carbon offsetting, and meaning that we will use the GST earning converting to the USDC and buy carbon removal credit on the blockchain, and people can see that on the blockchain as well. So effectively, Nori will remove carbons to buy carbon removal credit from the farmers in the US, and basically meaning that we actually contribute positively to the climate change. But so if the governance holder doesn't want to donate to the carbon offsetting, there's some rewards, there's some punishment, and we'll burn their governance token. We'll burn percentage of them, and because in turn they will get the dividends of the game. And if they want to donate to the carbon offsetting, and they will lose their dividend. In return, we will have money allocated, like GMT, which is a governance token, will reward them more governance token for that particular vote. So it's sort of win-win-win situation. So either the GMT can burn, so we have a deflationary token supply, or we contribute positively to the carbon offsetting, or the governance token holder can have some short, like short-term incomes or profit out of the game. So it's a win regardless. So that's how we want to design the game.
I haven't seen anything negative about this project yet. Of course, price is one of them, but I'm definitely very excited, and I'm very happy that you're here, Jan. Thank you for joining me today.
No worries.
It was a pleasure meeting you, and excited to see where STEPN will go. Everybody, please make sure to follow STEPN on Twitter. The link should be in chat. I see people fighting for co-ops. I hope I get one. Admin, make sure I get one. Twitter.com/STEPN official. Link should be in the chat. Join the Discord. Check out their very active community. They have a very helpful community. I'm actually in there myself. And to celebrate this amazing project, STEPN, we're going to have an after party over at my channel, and we're going to give some giveaways in for the honor of having STEPN over here. Thank you so much, Jan, for being here. Thank you for everyone watching. Hope you guys learned a lot from Jan. Thank you.
Thank you. See you.
Have a good one, Jan. Thank you.
Thank you.
Cool. Okay, Jan, Dizzy left because he's doing like another show now. But I really appreciate you coming on today, though, man.
No worries. Pleasure is mine.
Thank you. Yeah, let's keep in touch. We have our group chat. I would definitely love to have you on again, like down the road, a couple of months, if you wanted to come back on.
Sure. Once we do once we done the exchange these things, I think it'd be good.